Now, this video is about how to refuse a smart meter. I might be a couple of years too late for this. They started, I think, down in County Cork about 3 years ago. And at the time, I put in for an opt-out. You had to email the ESB and ask to be put on an opt-out thing. And it was kind of hard to find the correct email person that you had to email. So in January there, I heard they were installing these smart meters in the county next to me. So there was one thing I always intended to follow up on that opt-out email, because in my mind that's not enough. You must send a non-consent letter. So if you don't know anything about smart meters and you think it's okay, fair enough. I would do your research. Otherwise, I'm afraid you're going to have to learn the hard way when it's installed, from the effect it will have on the quality of your life. It will affect you. You will start getting headaches, aches. You could get very sick. Your house could burn down because of these smart meters. So as regards, if you've already got one in, I really cannot advise. You'll have to do your own research. But we'll start from the beginning, as if you don't have a smart meter in yet, and you have the old-fashioned analogue smart meter in. So here we go. On this website, es-ireland.com, go down to the tab Smart Meters, how to refuse a smart meter. So I'll read it. Smart meters are not mandatory. You have a lawful right to refuse them. Regarding right of refusal, I have been informed by the Commission for Energy Regulation that a customer that does not want an upgraded meter will be able to decline to have this new meter installed. And that was from the Minister of Communications. Now, nobody ever told you that, I guess. Consumers with concerns about smart meters can opt out and keep their dumb meter. And that was in April 2018. If you do not want a smart meter, you must let them know. So the ESB network are responsible for the installation of all electricity smart meters, regardless of who your utility provider is. So say, for instance, you have Electric Ireland. There's no point in you getting in touch with Electric Ireland for them to stop it, because it's ESB Networks. And so ESB have confirmed that you can opt out of getting a smart meter, although this is no longer available on their website. I wonder why that is, you see. So all you have to do is, do not wait to get a letter from the ESB. Your provider or smart meter contractors, contact them today. So if you get a letter from the ESB, it is an invitation to go into contract with them. They're just going to inform you that they're going to be installing it. You might presume, oh well, they have to do what they have to do, let them. But you do have a right to say no, but you need to be on the ball. Okay, so we'll continue. If you receive a letter about a smart meter and do not respond, whether you want one or not, it is implied that you consent to a smart meter being installed. So if you get that letter and you just throw it in the corner, they will presume that you have consented. You do not have to be at home for the contractors to install a smart meter. Most electricity and gas meters are on the outside of the house and can be accessed easily. So ring the ESB smart meter support line, this number, and take the name of the person to speak to, and then follow up. So you know, when you make that phone call, you're objecting, you want to be opted out first of all. That's the first step. And then you follow it up with an email stating that you rang and that you intend and inform them that you do not want a smart meter. And yeah, you will need to give your MPRN number. So that's found on your bill or the meter. And then insist on written confirmation that you will not be part of the smart metering program and will not have a smart meter installed in your home. So that's like getting a reply via the email stating, so that they state. And actually, when I did the email, I think I got some nonsense email back which didn't state it, and it took me a while to get them to put it into writing back to me. So then, and then contact and let your electricity provider know. I don't think I did at the time, but anyway, they know now. If you get a letter from one of the smart meter contractors, and they're written there, contact them also. In some cases, ESB are not informing contractors in time of refusals and meters are being installed. See, it can be just very tricky, you know. So the information not being sent down the line. So whoever you get the letter from, they're the people you need to deal with, plus the main ESB networks. And then it's important to display a sign or a poster on your meter box and property, like in your front window, to say you have refused a smart meter, as installation can be done on the outside meters even when you are not at home. And contractors may not have been made aware you opted out. So there's templates there for posters. I have a handwritten one in my window and beside my analogue meter. Put a lock on your meter to prevent installation without your permission. Well, I don't have that because the lad comes around and he takes the reading. Because there have been mixed responses from ESB with regard to this, we will strongly advise you to follow up with no notice of non-consent. So this is what I did in January, because I always intended to do it. When I heard they were in the county next to me, I said now is the time, because a little email saying, oh, well, we promise we won't install a meter, doesn't mean anything. So I'm going to click on this. And so what you need to do is copy this out, print it out, sign it, and then you have to post it. It posted the first one by registered post. Important that you registered post this. And then the copies, the two other copies, they've taken out. Now, isn't that interesting? There was a copy sent to the minister, I think it's your Green Party head. There was a copy sent to him, anyway, they've taken it out. So, anyway, so the first one, when you've printed this out and signed it, you send the first one to Paddy Hines, Chief Executive ESB Networks, etc., and register post that. The next one you can just send by regular post. Or maybe not. Maybe you should send that. Now, isn't that interesting? Well, anyway, you can send register post if you want to, and then just regular posts to your Electric Ireland, etc. So, I'll read it out, because the devil is in the detail as regards these smart meters. Dear Mr. Hines, as well as your agents, officers, employees, contractors, subcontractors, etc., notice of non-consent for smart meter installation, notice of liability. This notice is sent to you to advise you and all other parties that you are denied consent to install and or use any and all smart meters or smart ready meters at my residence. This includes meters that can be wirelessly enabled at a later stage. Any meter that can transmit household consumption through a wireless network or any two-way automatic communication system using radio frequency transmitters, SIMs, or Bluetooth, etc., or microwave radiation, because that's what they use. That's the spectrum that all that wireless. Don't be, wireless. We think back to the old wireless sets back in 100 years ago, but this is different. It uses the spectrum of microwave radiation. So, independent scientific research has clearly demonstrated that the use of pulsed radio frequency microwaves for wireless devices such as smart meters is detrimental to health. A summary of these health effects is included in the Bio-Initiative Report 2007, updated 2014, which includes 3,800 peer-reviewed research papers from independent scientists. The World Health Organization classified all radio frequencies as a Class 2B possible carcinogen in 2011. RF microwaves are also an endangerment to animals, insects, plants. Besides being reported as a fire hazard on a worldwide basis, smart meters can also be hacked. I deny consent for these reasons and basically to protect the health and the privacy of my family and community, all humans, animals, plants, insects and the environment. I am exercising my lawful right to forbid, refuse and deny consent for the installation and use of any wireless enabled meter that can monitor, survey personal data about my family or residents without my consent. Any attempt to install such devices on my residence will constitute trespass, an endangerment to health and well-being, and a threat to privacy and security. I reserve the right to amend this notice at any time. I reserve the right to amend this notice and complaint at any time. This is not a complete list of concerns, since this technology is new and new information is being found every day. Concerns listed here are not in any particular order. Please file my denial of consent in your records and ensure your installers are informed. Any persons, government agencies and private organisations responsible for installing or operating monitoring devices directed at or recording my activities, which I have not specifically authorised in writing, will be fully liable for any violations, intrusions, harm or negative consequences caused or made possible by those devices. This is a legal notice. Notice to principal is notice to agent, and notice to agent is notice to principal. All rights reserved. And so then you sign it, your name, your address, date it, and then also put the MPRN number on it. And send that, I did 4 copies. And the main one I sent, I'd registered post to the main guy, and then regular post. And I did get a reply from Electric Ireland that they had noted it. I got no note from ESB Networks, but I have my notes in the window. So going back to my refusal, my non-consent letter to the water meter. When the lads arrived to put it in, they saw my notice in the window saying I'd sent a registered letter of non-consent, and they said, oh no, we won't be putting it in the water meter, because of that notice. So that was the proof, So it's important not to just opt out. It is really important to send this non-consent letter. Now, if you already have a smart meter affixed to your property, you will start getting symptoms, and they're cumulative. And if they bother you, but you can't, say for instance you're in a rental and you can't get it moved, or you're in an apartment, you could do some research, maybe, get materials. Tinfoil, layers of tinfoil is a cheap option against the wall where the smart meter is coming into your home. Otherwise, go to this website, Y-Shield, and start exploring their products for shielding. And on top of that then is a shungite sticker. This one. Shungite and silver smart sticker. Basically it's got a combination of shungite dust with silver, saturated shungite, and it attenuates the signal completely. So I'll read it here. The smart sticker is the S4 sticker, many times amplified, for use on electric meters, fuse boxes, and large electrical or electronic devices. So you can do that. But ideally, because say you've got a smart meter, say if you're in an apartment, you're renting, you can't do anything about it. You can't, because you're not the owner of the property. So the best you can do is shield the wall that the smart meter is on if it's coming into your home. And the signals from the smart meter, they're going in all directions outside. So yeah, all plant life, all leaves, trees, plants, bees, animals, they're all adversely affected by this technology. And also they're known to burn down houses. I know of somebody who got a call out, and the fire brigade was at their house, and the electric crowd was there and managed to switch it off back at the substation. But basically we've gone into all the electrics, and if it had gone on a few more minutes, the house would have burnt down. And I think this is what happened in Paradise in California, where you see houses burnt down and all the trees surrounding not burnt, So just be sensible, be smart. This technology is not smart. It's downright dangerous. And it's sold to you as if it's going to make your life easier. It only makes it easier for the company, that they don't have to pay an elderly man to come and read your meter every couple of months. It means that they can remotely take your readings. And also, it's being said that when you get a smart meter, it actually doesn't take the readings properly. You could end up paying an awful lot more money for your electricity. So further down this page is for the gas meter. Same applies. Non-consent letter for the gas meter. And then you can download your leaflets about it. I might open that up. And then, as regards this website, Facebook has been censoring this website since May of 2020. So any pages you try to share on Facebook will be blocked. And then I think I got in touch with them to inform them. Even if you have like this YouTube video, if I have this website in the description of it and I try and post it on Facebook, it is censored. So that'll tell you. So I'm just going to open up this. I don't know if I did that very well. I just read it, didn't I? I'm trying to drink a cup of tea here at the same time. So, unfortunately, I didn't print out these leaflets and give them to everybody I knew. If you're lucky, you have a smart meter inside. You have your meter inside the house. But then, if you don't know about this, you're going to let the lads in just to swap it out. So, okay, we'll read this. Say no to smart meters in Ireland. I mean, it's so scurrilous. It's just fucking unbelievable. So, same with the electric cars. If you own an electric car, I would literally only drive a mile in it. Because they're so dangerous. You're sitting on radiation all around you. And if you really have to have an electric car, we'll put shungite all over the car, in the car, everywhere. But they're not environmental at all, you know, and they're really deathly for your health. So anyway, ESB are installing smart meters in homes, schools and businesses, replacing current electricity meters with wireless meters to be connected to the smart grid. Smart meters do not benefit the environment. I got that tickle in my throat. What's wrong with smart meters? Pulsed radiation. All smart meters emit pulsed... I have to drink tea. It's probably because I haven't been talking all day. All smart meters emit pulsed radio frequency microwave radiation that is detrimental to health. They can emit up to 190,000 intense pulses of microwave radiation 24/7. A smart meter is a device that transmits your usage data via microwave radiation. You cannot turn it off. Harmful. Thousands of published scientific studies have shown harmful biological effects from this wireless radiation. Effects such as headaches, sleep disorders, fatigue, irritability, nausea, dizziness, nosebleeds, memory loss, concentration impairment, tinnitus, and microwave hearing have all been widely reported wherever smart meters are installed. Illness. Long-term exposure to this radio frequency microwave radiation can contribute to serious illnesses such as cancers, depression, Alzheimer's, ME, autoimmune diseases and more. Children, the elderly and those with compromised health are most at risk. Cancers. In 2011, the WHO IARC team classified radio frequency microwave radiation from wireless devices, i.e. Wi-Fi, smartphones, mobile phones, Wi-Fi mobile phones, masks, etc. as Class 2B carcinogen, the same category as DDT, lead and chloroform. Not green. Trees, plants, animals, birds and bees are all damaged by radiation from smart meters. Millions of new meters need to be manufactured and current analogue meters disposed of. Smart meters need replacing more often. Smart meters will be on constantly and transmitting data frequently. Connection to the smart grid will utilise more electricity at base stations and data centres. Smart meters will not help combat climate change. Okay? No savings. Increased bills rather than promised savings have been reported worldwide where smart meters are in use. The cost of manufacture and installation of smart meters will be passed on to the customer. No privacy. Data about your private usage is collected using smart meters and can be sold to marketing companies. Your private data and home security are vulnerable to hacking and interference. Not safe. Smart meters have exploded and caused fires. They have also been shown to interfere with other sensitive electrical devices such as heart pacemakers. What you can do: ESB has confirmed that you can opt out. So you telephone 0169 85005 or 1800 928 123 to opt out. Follow up with an email to ESB Networks at esb.ie, and you will need your MPRN number. Send a notice of non-consent. So I've read that out. Inform your family, friends and neighbours. Even if they do not have a smart meter, even if you do not have a smart meter on your property, the radiation, dirty electricity from smart meters in your neighbourhood can adversely affect you and your family. And so then they give websites there. Okay. So remember, smart meters are not mandatory. Just because you get a letter in the post saying, oh, we're popping one in, does not mean they can. But you need to act. Smart meters are not safe. You have a lawful right to refuse them. And so that's it. Time going to press. I'll end it there.